Tennille here, and I just thought I would stop by the page and do a quick live video about markers and knowing your markers, how to use them, why we use them. So some of you might be really familiar with using markers and be using them every day if you're a trainer or you've had dog training help before, or some of you might be thinking, what the heck is a marker? So first of all, what is a marker? Well, it's also known as a bridge, and it's basically a sound that we use in training. So an example of training with a marker is even like SeaWorld with the dolphins and the whales. They blow a whistle and then the dolphin will come and get the fish. They're using marker training. It's called a marker because this sound marks the precise moment that the animal is doing the right thing, but then it also, and very importantly, predicts the reward. So you might have heard of Pavlov's dog and the bell. He would ring a bell and the dog would salivate because he would then present the food every time he would ring the bell, and he found that the dog would salivate just at the sound of the bell after some repetition, even without the presence of the food. And that's called classical conditioning or Pavlovian conditioning, after Pavlov, who did the study. And the reason that that's important is the sound itself becomes so meaningful to the dog that they feel the good feelings that they get about the reward just from hearing the sound, even if you don't follow up with the reward. So there's actually several different types of markers. Let's start with the most common one, the marker for the reward. So you might have heard of clicker training. We just mentioned training with a whistle for dolphins and stuff like that at SeaWorld. There's no particular advantage per each sound. The reason they use a whistle, if I'm correct, is they can hold it in their mouth and they can be hands-free with touching fish and swimming around in the water and that sort of thing. And also, I think, has to do with the way that the marine mammals hear the whistle. So a really common one for other animals training, and especially in dog training that's gotten really popular, is a clicker. So they come in different shapes, usually like a box shape, or this is another one that's become popular, and it just makes a sound when you click it. That's why it's called the clicker. And you want it to be one sound, not a delayed double sound. The idea of something like this is that it's really specific and it sounds the same every time. So when it marks that specific moment, there is no lack of clarity around hearing it at the right time. However, you do have to remember to have it on you, you do have to carry it around, and you don't have to have a clicker to use as a marker. You can use a verbal marker or your voice. So you might hear me in some of my videos, or if we've met and done a training session before, you'd know that I often use the word yes as a marker. A lot of trainers use the word good as a marker. Now, you can use whatever sound you want, but keep it short, sharp, and sounding the same each time. Now, why do we need to do this? Well, it helps with clarity for the animal. Why can't we just say, good dog, good boy, good girl, or something like that every time? Well, we can, but adding in a specific marker sound really helps the dog to be super clear on what they've done right and what they're getting a reward for. So usually a clicker, a whistle, the word yes is used to pinpoint the precise moment in time that the animal has done the right thing. So hopefully you understand what I mean by that. Think about if you are teaching a dog to sit and their bottom is coming towards the ground, you would say yes, right as their bottom touches the ground, and then follow that up with a treat. Now, the reason that a marker can also be referred to as a bridge is it bridges the gap between the moment the dog does the right thing and actually receiving the reward when you hand them the treat. And by the way, it doesn't have to be a treat. It could be a toy or something else that the dog likes, a tangible reward. But I'm just going to use a treat as an example throughout the video, just to be, nice and simple. So they found something like the dog has to receive the treat within half a second to really make a good, strong connection between behavior and reward. And we're just not that fast, especially not all the time, especially if we want to reward something that the dog's done at a distance. So the marker or bridge helps to tell the dog, that right there, that's what you're getting a reward for, here it is, come and get it. Now, I mentioned before that there's more than one type of marker. So this video, I just want to give a brief overview of the different types. So the next type of marker I want to talk about is what is referred to as a continuation marker, or a keep going marker, or a keep going stimulus, as Dr. Jennifer Zalex would refer to it. And it just tells the dog you're on the right track, keep going, but it doesn't necessarily have a tangible reward or a treat right with it. So if you ever hear me saying good, 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 that's saying keep going. And it can be any word you want, but a lot of trainers also will use the same word as they use as their verbal marker for the treat as the keep going marker, but in a different tone. So I'll have to find a video somewhere of Jennifer's, because she does this really well. She uses good as her verbal marker for a treat, but she also uses good, 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 good in like a building tone for the continuation marker. And I've seen her work this, and it just looks like magic, because you can see the animal really understanding in that tone that they're almost there, they're so close, just a little bit longer, and it can help to improve on the duration of an amount of time that the animal's performing the behavior. So let's use a target as an example. Let's say you want a chin rest with a dog, because it's a bit easier for a dog to do a continuation target holding their chin on something rather than their nose on something. So let's say you're trying to get duration there, and the dog places their chin in your palm where you want it, and you want to extend it and build on the amount of time. They got their chin there, and you're going good, 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 good. And you're at the amount of time that you think, okay, this is an improvement on last time, but I don't want to push it and go any longer. And then you end it with your verbal marker, either yes or good. So for me, I use good as continuation and yes as the marker for the reward. So to me, it would sound like good, 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 yes! Because that's just what feels more natural to me, because I was already used to using the word yes a lot when I started using continuation markers more. Then we have our unwanted behavior marker, or our no reward marker. So this is often just a no or a and it's just to tell the dog, that's not it, you're on the wrong track, you're going the wrong way. It's not something that you follow up with a punishment, like a positive punishment, where you would add something to punish the dog. It's just a signal that says, no, that's not it. And that can help give them more clarity and steer them back to the correct behavior, where you can then start telling them good, 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 yes. So it's like a game of hot and cold. So these are the three main markers that I recommend that you use in your training. And I just wanted to give an overview of that today, as something that you can have a think about how you can apply it to your training and improve on it, especially if you've got something that you want to improve the duration of with your dog. Try that keep going stimulus, that keep going marker or continuation marker, where you're encouraging the dog with a sound that just means keep going, you're almost there, you're almost at the point that you're going to get that reward at the end, because that makes a huge difference to getting duration out of things and telling the dog you're almost there, and then paying them at the end. So that's my tip for today. And if you have any questions about that, or you don't understand anything that I've said, or haven't explained it correctly, please comment below and I'll reply to your comment, and we can clear up any confusion for you there. Alright, have a great weekend, happy Friday, and I'll see you in another video.